What's up everybody, this is Master Ian Gamer. Overwatch 2 Season 6 is almost upon us, so in today's video I'm going to run through all the information we have on this upcoming season, from the season start date to the new hero, new game mode, new maps, season theme, and of course, the highly anticipated introduction of Overwatch 2 PvE. There is a ton of information to delve into here for what we can expect in this upcoming season, so let's dive right on in. First up, starting with the start date, which of course will be Thursday, August 10th, 2023. Yes, Blizzard has been pushing this date pretty hard, making sure everybody knows when exactly they can tune in to the brand new season, and it's actually kind of curious how this season's starting on a Thursday when every season prior has started on a Tuesday, but I don't know, guess Blizzard wanted to mix things up a little bit this time. Nonetheless, August 10th is the date to mark your calendars, but what exactly can we expect to have coming in Season 6 on August 10th? Well, there is a ton of exciting content, perhaps most anticipated of which is the brand new PvE story missions which will be coming, but there is also quite a bit of new PvP content as well. So first in this video I want to delve into what we can expect on the PvP side of things for Overwatch 2 Season 6. First of which is the brand new hero. Yes, Season 6 will be seeing the introduction of yet another new hero, this one once again being a support hero who has thus far already been teased a few times by Blizzard. First was this very brief clip of the new hero which we saw in the Season 6 initial debut trailer, followed by this image here featuring the character undergoing some sort of intense looking process. Now, what all do we actually know about this hero at this point? Well, we know that they're more than likely going to be from Peru, based off of some of the information Blizzard has released thus far, as well as the fact that in this image here, they look to have some sort of Incan or Peruvian historical type aesthetic when it comes to their outfit. But beyond this, they also seem to be based around sunlight, or maybe just light in general, as a mechanic and part of their kit. This is strongly suggested based on the way we see them silhouetted here in this clip, which I'll mention could very well end up being a highlight intro for them for all we know, where a bright light, quite possibly the sun, is cast behind them and thus providing a radiant aura of light all around the character. Also, the second teaser for the hero features the title Solar Threading Ritual, which shows the character being subjected to some presumably light-based experiment or infusion type thing from this big weird machine. So yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say that this character is light based in their abilities, and given that they are a support hero who presumably is going to have some healing abilities, it's safe to say that the light theming will somehow play into how they actually heal heroes, kind of like how Lucio heals with music. You can kind of understand the thematic healing potential of it, even if it doesn't necessarily realistically make sense. Beyond this though, we don't really know too much about this new hero just yet. Their weapon looks to be some sort of massive sword that they're holding, almost more like a gun, so perhaps it has some sort of ranged and melee damage potential, in that it can be used as either a gun or a sword. Beyond this though, we don't have too much to work with. I think it's safe to say that we'll be seeing some teasers for this new hero once we do get a bit closer to the actual launch of Season 6, so definitely keep an eye out on social media and stay tuned to my channel, as I'll be sure to keep you all up to date on any new information we get on this hero as it develops. Moving on from the new hero though, the next big thing we've got coming to Overwatch 2 PvP in Season 6 is the brand new game mode, Flashpoint. Flashpoint is a game mode that's actually been teased for quite a while at this point, and we're at long last going to be getting it in the next upcoming season. And what is Flashpoint, you ask? Well, Flashpoint is a brand new mode featuring massive maps that are similar to Control Point, but with 5 separate control points instead of only 1. The way this works, as Blizzard has explained in some of their own videos, is that teams will be competing over the map where there are the 5 separate control points, but only one control point is actually active at any given point in time. The first point will always be the centermost point, which in terms of fighting over a point itself evidently is very similar to how control point works, and then whoever captures that first point will then gain a point for the match before another one of the surrounding 4 control points unlocks afterwards. Then the teams move on to capturing that new control point, much like the way it works in Control Point. First team to reach 3 points total ends up winning the match, and overall, it's gonna probably make for a rather interesting new mode to play around with. It definitely has a lot of similarities to existing game modes, but given that there are multiple control points within just a singular physical map, definitely means it's gonna be playing out quite a bit differently from anything we've really experienced previously. I, for one, am very excited to get to try it out and think it'll make for a nice, fresh new way of playing the game, since a lot of the older game modes at this point are maybe starting to get a little bit stale. Beyond just the new game mode itself though, it will also be launching with 2 brand new maps, the first of which is Suravasa, a map set in India, as well as New Junk City, which is another Junkertown map which is set in the wasteland apocalyptic Australian outback. Both of these maps I think look phenomenal, and I am very excited to get a closer look at not only the various story and map details in the maps themselves, but also see how they play out with this new Flashpoint game mode. Moving on from Flashpoint though, next up, let's talk about the Season 6 Battle Pass theme. Yes, there will of course be a new Battle Pass coming with Overwatch 2 Season 6. I don't think anyone's surprised by that. And it's actually already been confirmed that the theme for this upcoming Battle Pass will be Invasion. Now, it's not really clear what exactly it means by saying that the Battle Pass theme is Invasion themed. Some of the devs have also indicated that it's Null Sector themed as well. And given that the season itself is called Invasion, maybe this just means they're talking about Null Sector themed skins. For example, maybe we see some of the Omnic heroes like Zenyatta, who don't already have Null Sector skins, end up getting ones that fit to that sort of theme. Or maybe other heroes who aren't Omnics per se will get some sort of like reactionary type skin, where it would be the outfit they're wearing as they sort of respond to Null Sector, so to say. So maybe it's a sort of pseudo archives type skin where it's like a snapshot of them in a given point in time as they're responding to the Null Sector invasion. We seemingly even already had one of these skins teased, which is Brigitte's training outfit as seen on the Gothenburg map in some of the footage Blizzard has already released. This is very clearly a new skin for Brigitte, which seems to have a lot of similarities to the training outfit we saw her wearing in her origin story way back in 2018. So perhaps other heroes will end up getting skins along the same sort of line as well. And because of this season's Battle Pass may actually end up feeling somewhat reminiscent of the Overwatch 1 Archives event and the type of skins and cosmetics we got during that event. Now, in addition to simply the theme of the Battle Pass, there will of course be another brand new Mythic Skin, and at the time of me making this video, we don't know just yet who will be getting this new Mythic Skin, but given that the season evidently has a Null Sector or Invasion themed theme, I think it seems decently likely that we end up seeing one of the Omnic characters get this season's Mythic Skin. For example, Ramatra feels like a very fitting candidate to get this season's Mythic, given his direct ties to Null Sector, and while he basically already has a Null Sector themed skin with just his default look, I wouldn't be surprised if Blizzard ended up giving him something a bit more exciting that is perhaps more directly tied to this initial invasion and the corresponding PvE missions over the typical purple color scheme Null Sector look, which he has by default. Or maybe we'll end up seeing a character like Zenyatta end up getting a Mythic Skin, where they'll give him some sort of non-canon, alternate timeline, evil Null Sector Zen skin, where he's part of Null Sector. Something like that I think could be really interesting and really exciting, especially since, at the time being, the support role is the role to have gotten the fewest number of Mythic Skins, so maybe Zenyatta will be the one who ends up getting it this time around. We'll just have to wait and see, and again, I'm sure Blizzard will be teasing more about the theming and skins, and especially the Mythic Skin, as we get just a bit closer to the season itself launching, but it is at least something worth getting excited for as we get ever closer. And the last major thing I'll be talking about here in today's video is, of course, the brand new PvE. Yes, this is the part of Overwatch 2 Season 6 which I think many people are perhaps most excited for, as from the get-go, Overwatch 2 was always advertised as a big PvE expansion for the Overwatch franchise. And so, needless to say, people are excited to finally get their hands on the PvE, even if it's already been confirmed that they've stripped out the hero mode and the talent trees and all that. We will, at the very least, still be be getting 3 brand new PvE story missions with Season 6, set in Rio de Janeiro, Toronto, and Gothenburg. Each of these 3 missions will see a select number of Overwatch heroes fighting off against the Null Sector forces and defending the various cities. As far as we can tell, the Rio de Janeiro mission will be the same, or at least very similar, to the playable mission all the way back at BlizzCon 2019. The Toronto mission is one which we've seen footage shown off for time and time again over the years leading up to this Season 6, and the Gothenburg one is the one which we actually know the least about at this point, but it does seem to feature Torbjorn, Brigitte, Reinhardt, and likely a few other heroes fighting off against various Omnic forces in the city of Gothenburg, Sweden, complete with various unique Torbjorn turrets that seem to have strange effects like slowing and freezing enemies and punching them around. I'm guessing this will just be a sort of pre-existing turret system they already have set up in the map to aid you in the mission, but it's certainly an interesting looking mechanic which I'm excited to get my hands on. Beyond just these 3 story missions though, we will also be seeing the first PvE event mission coming in Season 6, which is a pseudo non-canon PvE mission set in King's Row, where Tracer and other heroes have to defend the Omnic Underground. From what we know about this mode so far, it sounds like it's going to have sort of changing variables in it as the season progresses, where each week there'll be different aspects of it that get changed so that from one week to the next it doesn't play exactly the same. Seemingly this is some sort of remnant of the Overwatch 2 hero missions which ultimately got scrapped, and that it's aimed at having some form of further replayability than the straight up story missions. But overall, Blizzard hasn't really said or shown too much about this PvE event mission just yet. I for one am rather curious to see what all it ends up including and how we end up actually playing through the mission itself, so I think it's going to be just as exciting of a thing for us to get this coming season as those main 3 story missions. That though does it for all the major new content we can expect to have coming at the start of Overwatch 2 Season 6. There will be some additional updates to the game coming during the mid-season patch for Season 6, but I'll be talking more about those in later videos once we're a bit closer to there. For now, I think everybody's most hyped at this point to get to play the new PvE missions, along with the new support hero and the new game mode, Flashpoint. Definitely let me know which parts of Season 6 you're looking forward to most by dropping a comment down below, and as always, be sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, hit up that bell icon, and come join my Discord server to hang out and never miss any of my future Overwatch content. Special thanks to my YouTube channel members who help make these videos possible, and if you'd like to join them to earn some cool rewards, then just hit that join button down below. Otherwise, this is Master Ian Gamer signing off, and until next time, have a great day.